Yeah, I was thinking about the better days. My youth so happy, my hair so nappy, had an afro.
Good evening, the live watch along of Wolverhampton Wanderers versus the Arsenal. A clash which sees top versus bottom of the Premier League. It's a must win for Arsenal. No other result will do. We'll dive straight into the team sheet. So David Raya returns in goal. Timber returns to right back. Saliba and Gabriel partner up again with Hincapié at left back. A midfield three of Rice, Zubamendi and Bukayo Saka, we believe, and a front three of Madueke, Martinelli and Gyökeres. So it looks like hopefully Saka's going to be playing the 10. He captains the side tonight. Thoughts on the team? It's the strongest possible lineup that we can have. There's no Odegaard on the bench. On the bench we have Kepa, Mosquera, Ben White, Jesus, Eze, Norgard, Trossard, Calafiore and Lewis Skelly. So looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to seeing Arsenal hopefully come out and put on a really confident performance, attack, score a few goals and win the game comfortably. Obviously, we know there's no easy game in the Premier League, but top versus bottom, we should really be winning these type of games if you want to challenge for the league. Welcome, 18. Nice to see you. Good afternoon to you. It's evening where we are. Welcome along, my friend. What's your predictions, 18, for the score? I'm going to go 4-0 Arsenal. Apollo's in the background, guys. He's still a bit under the weather with his lungs. So, Apollo, what's your prediction for the score? If you want to put that into the chat. Tony is still on holiday in Thailand. $18 is going for a 3-0 win to Arsenal. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be many betting against us. Welcome, Cam. Cam's going with me with a stinging 4-0 victory. I'm hoping that we get the job done. Apollo thinks it will be 2-0. I'm hoping that we get the job done early doors. I don't want to be going into the last 10, 15 minutes, leading by 1 goal or something stupid like that. Let's go and put the game to bed, rest up the players and get ready for the North London derby on Sunday. So I've just got the team sheets coming up on the TV and obviously showing you the players. I'm excited to see Saka in the 10. I thought that worked quite well against Wigan. So Apollo thinks it will be a nervy, low-scoring game. Either team can win this one. I think that's pretty much any game in the Premier League, Apollo. I don't think it matters where teams are. There's no easy fixture. Especially away from home. Wolves are just really playing to beat the lowest points tally of, I don't know, was it Derby or Sunderland? One of them two, I'm sure. So, but they do have an exciting young player up front in young Mane, who seems to have given them a bit of a lease of life. So he's one to watch out for. They also have Angel Gomez, who made a couple of appearances for England in the midfield. I think they've got him on loan from a French team, I believe. From Marseille, I'm being told. So the players are in a huddle. I'm pretty sure I'm not sure why there's a need for a huddle. They've just come out the changing rooms. Everything should have been said in there. Just get out and get ready to go play. So Arteta and Rob Edwards shake hands and have an embrace. And we're ready for the off. Wolves will get us underway. It's important that we get off to a really good start here, and we're underway. Wolves knock the ball long. Hincapié wins the header. Rice completes the clearance, and it's out for a throw near the halfway line. No injuries in the warm-up today. I swear to God, I've never seen a player that's fouled so much as Gyökeres. The ball comes up to him. He's having his shirt tugged all over the place. He gets a touch. And he's kind of pulled off the ball, but there's never a free kick given. I've never seen something like it. So throw to Arsenal, level with the edge of the Wolves box. Hincapié to Martinelli. Martinelli, what the hell was that? So Martinelli already muffed up one cross. Very hard to get the ball in from there. Yeah, I'm on 1 minute as of now, Apollo. So Sarr sends the ball long. Gabriel heads and he finds Martinelli. Go for a run, Martinelli. Take him on. He slowed down too much. Oh, there's good throw from Hincapié. Martinelli. Oh, looked like he couldn't control it, but he has the ball down by the corner flag. Is that a foul? No foul given. And it's a throw to Wolves. Didn't look like a foul. But Martinelli could have made a better opportunity of that. Gyökeres goes into press with Madueke. Oh, and it's intercepted by Timber. Timber tries to take on his man, overruns it, and it's smashed clear. Zubimendi wins the header. And again, Zubimendi wins the header. Now it's with Saka to Madueke. And it's back to Saliba. Nye's going 4-1 to Arsenal, I hope, Nye. And Arsenal have it at the back with Saliba to Gabriel. Cross to Hincapié. Wolves in press. And Hincapié's ball is out of play before Martinelli can control it. And it's a throw to Wolves just inside the Arsenal half. That's a foul. So free kick to Arsenal, halfway inside their own half. Rice straight away knocks it long. And it's a beautiful ball for Martinelli. Can he produce a cross? No, he can't. The cross was just lofted in and it was easy for the Wolves keeper. So far, Martinelli not off to a great start inside the opening 3 minutes. And it's a throw to Arsenal. Well, good defending from Gabriel there. Stepped into the midfield to hustle. So Martinelli already had 3 opportunities to produce and so far hasn't produced anything. So Saka on the right wing. Tries to play a 1-2 with Madueke. That looked like a free kick. Declan Rice wins the ball back really well. And it's Arsenal can go again. Madueke suddenly gets up off the floor, realising Arsenal have the ball. And here is Madueke. Double teamed. To Zubimendi. To Timber. Back to Madueke. There's the cross. Martinelli facing the wrong way, but somehow manages to control it. And he's just outside the area, trying to take his man on. See to Declan Rice. Can we shoot? It's a cross. Oh, it's a goal! Bukayo Saka! 1-0 Arsenal! So the ball played back to Declan Rice. He had an opportunity to shoot. He saw the run of Saka. It's a lovely cross, a delightful cross. And Saka steals in just to knock it past the keeper. 1-0 Arsenal, 4 minutes and 30 seconds gone. And I've got to say, that's a goal that we wouldn't see Odegaard scoring. Odegaard wouldn't have been there. But it's a lovely floated ball in from Declan Rice. Absolutely perfect. And Saka steals in, and it's a little header right in front of the keeper. And it actually nutmegs the keeper, and it's 1-0 Arsenal. Brilliant start. Just what we wanted to see. And Saka's little celebration was of him signing. Not sure what that's about. Oh, apparently he signed a 5-year contract extension yesterday. So that's Saka's 5th goal against Wolverhampton, and he's not scored more against any other team. So we see there's been a lot of rain because the ball is literally almost getting stuck on the pitch as the players are passing it. And here come Arsenal again. And it's Timber. There's the cross. Oh! Lovely cross from Timber. And it's inches away from Victor Gyökeres, who surely would have made it 2-0. The ball was zipped in and it's just, it's about half a foot. Just too far in front of Gyökeres. Yeah, Eze had a really good game against Wigan. And I think he had a little thing to start today after that performance. And like you say, sometimes it is about confidence and getting players on a run. Yeah, I'm not sure, but we know Declan Rice can pass the ball. And that was an absolute quality cross. And Wolves will give it away again. Lovely touch from Gyökeres to Rice. He's got to shoot, surely. Oh, it's just past the post. And the rain is still teeming down, but Declan Rice, Wolves gave it away. It was a lovely touch by Gyökeres to Martinelli, to Rice. And then he cuts back inside and he just tries to pass it into the far corner. And it's about 6 inches wide. If that's on target, that's 2-0. The keeper's got no chance. Yeah, Saka's movement and his ability to get into goal-scoring oppositions are evident already in the short space of time that this game's been on. So Arsenal clear the ball again, and it's headed out. Martinelli picks it up, rides the tackle, finds Rice, who finds Hincapié. Back to Rice, across to Saliba. The ball is not running properly on the pitch. This is going to be something that the players are going to have to watch out for. There's a lot of surface water. Passes have to be hit crisply so they get to their intended target. And Arsenal come with Hincapié. Back to Gabriel. Wolves are now not impressed. So obviously the early goal has knocked Wolves out of their little game plan straight away. Saka takes it on the turn. Oh, you should have slid that, Timber. Timber had a chance to slide Madueke down the line, but he said he comes back inside and Arsenal have it now. It's with Declan Rice again. Same position where he crossed the ball from. This time he goes out to Martinelli. Martinelli slides up his guy. And again, it's a poor cross, but it's out to Zubimendi. Zubimendi to Timber. Passes was a bit strong. Timber couldn't take it. Oh, go on, Madueke. Madueke into the box. Oh! And he tried it with the outside of his left foot. And the cross was blocked. Lovely header from Gabriel. Or Wolves choosing to play out instead of let their keeper have it. Arsenal press Wolves back to the goalkeeper. Gyökeres goes to press the keeper. And it's a little bit of a dodgy ball there. Arsenal have them penned in and Wolves tried to play their way out. Oh, it's hardly a touch. But it's a free kick to Wolves. Zubimendi a little bit overzealous there. Welcome, Tony. Hope Thailand's treating you well and it's not like the Hangover movie. And again, Wolves trying to play out. And again, they just about manage it. But Zubimendi's pressing tight and he forces Wolves all the way back. And again, but they give it away. Oh, Saka inches away from nicking it. And then Saka concedes the free kick. And Angel Gomez is feeling the effects of that little tackle from Saka there. Didn't look like there was anything in it. Madueke and Saka checking on their England colleague. Didn't look like there was nothing in it. Oh, maybe he caught a sly shoulder in the face. Or sly little forearm in the face. Nothing to see there. Move on. Get up. Yeah, well, 18, he's in the 2 games Saka's played in the 10. He's looked a much livelier prospect than Odegaard in it. That has to be said. Odegaard doesn't get himself in the box. He wants to be on the periphery of it all. You know, so listen, you have this squad, you have the players, you have to use them sometimes in different positions. You know, if you put Saka out wide, sometimes you're going to make it easy for teams because they know what he's going to do. If you play him in the 10, you know, he's got more license to roam free. He's harder to pick up. Yeah, I agree with you there, Cam. Odegaard does need to focus on playing the CM. He doesn't really do enough in attacks. He doesn't get into the box enough for a 10. You know, that's why I said if that's Odegaard, that's not a goal. It's the fact that Saka puts himself in the position and he's there to head it in. Now he's congratulating her son on his goal. I can see the resemblance now. Yeah, agreed, Apollo. And sometimes that's what Odegaard lacks. He wants to be on the periphery, and Eze doesn't really get the chance to get into the box. I think it's just it must be how Arteta wants to play, because we've seen Odegaard do it, and now all of a sudden it seems to have changed. And the same with Eze when he was at Palace. So the game's back underway, and the free kick was sent long, and Arsenal win it back. No need to panic here. And it's back to David Raya. And he plays out to Nkape. And there's acres of room here for Nkape to drive forward. Acres of room. He cuts back into Zubimendi. Zubimendi to Saliba. And Arsenal just knocking the ball around for fun. Wolves, I say the early goal was really killed their game plan. It's with Madueke now. 1-on-1. Takes his man on the outside. Gets across and the keeper claims just off the head of Victor Gyökeres. And it's a quick throw out. And to be fair, that's just placed Wolves even under further. And it's back with Madueke. Timber took a little knock there into Saka. Timber has taken a little knock and he can't even get up. He can't even, and Saka passes him the ball. Saka passed him the ball. And it's like, Timber was like, what the hell? And Martinelli loses it. And he does just enough to put it out for a throw, but poor there from Martinelli. Timber's struggling here. And again, Arsenal win it back. Welcome, Vincey. Hope everything's all right, my man. And Arsenal just, they're knocking the ball around for fun. It's turned almost into a training game. Timber to Gabriel. Out to Martinelli. And lovely overrun from Nkape. He tries to get the cross in, but it's blocked. And he gets across to stop the clearance. And it's a throw right down by the corner flag. So the throw's won back by Arsenal. And the Wolves clearance straight to Timber. And Timber's muscled out of it and Wolves can break. Brilliant covering by Bukayo Saka. Lovely, lovely play. Saka covers, wins the ball, and he sets Gyökeres off. Gyökeres one in the box. Oh, he tried to cut it back. I'm not sure there was anyone there, but it's back to with Madueke and saved. Oh, Martinelli's muffed it. So the shot from Madueke, the keeper fumbles. It falls to Martinelli right in front of him. And he can't put it into the net. All he had to do was just make contact with the ball. And it was 2-0. How has Martinelli missed that? How has he missed? He just touched it onto the keeper's leg. Any purchase on it, it was in the net. Oh, God. Oh, and Saka almost sending Gyökeres away. And Wolves being forced back. Gyökeres goes off in pursuit of Jose Sarr. He clears the ball. And it's a lovely touch. And Wolves tried to knock it in behind Nkape. And he gets to the ball with a lovely sliding tackle to knock it out for a throw. But Arsenal really should be 2-0 up here. There's no excuse for Martinelli missing that. So it's a long throw from Wolves. And it's not really that long. Saka just thumps it clear. See, this is why we should have a man upfield, man. There's no point in bringing all these people back. So Sarr sends it back long to the edge of the Arsenal box. Wolves win it. And it's a muffed header there from Nkape, who really could have let it go to the keeper there. Saka tries to flick it clear. Wolves still have it now. And it's with that Mane. The cross in, headed out by Saliba. Madueke misses his kick. Saka clears up. Timber knocks it to no one, and it's given away. You've got to play the ball. And Martinelli's through. And Jose Sarr is out of his goal to stop the danger. A better ball there would have put Martinelli straight in. And Wolves have a player down injured, and it's Angel Gomez. Yeah, that wasn't working before. So almost 20 minutes in, it's been all Arsenal. We 1-0 up through Bukayo Saka after roughly 4.5 minutes. Still can't believe that Martinelli hasn't made it 2 when he's missed from 3 yards out. That's a shocking miss. Yeah, Martinelli's been shocking in the opening 20 minutes. So Angel Gomez seems to have a lot of tape on his back there. Yeah. Surely if you're that, have to be taped up like that. You can't. There's no way that you can play to your full potential. That's got to be the worst miss ever, Cam, eh? 3 yards out. All you got to do is get any purchase on it. So Wolves are bringing on their big striker dude who caused Arsenal so much problems in the return fixture. It's going to be a bit of a reshuffle for Wolves here. So the game will restart. The ball went out. And Wolves hand it back to Arsenal. And Arsenal start again with Saliba. There's spaces all over the field here. Wolves have got 5 strung out across the back. But there is spaces strung out all. And Saka takes a sore one there. And he's still down. Still down. Let's have a look at the challenge. Nah. Yeah, I think both players arrived at the ball at the same time, and the Wolves player gets there millimetres before Saka, and Saka kicks his foot. I don't think that's a foul. Saka's up, back on his feet, and the game will restart. And what's happening here now? Wolves just right. So Wolves again give the ball back to Arsenal after Timber put it out. There's opportunities here for Arsenal to really put this game out of doubt before the half-time break to get another 3 goals if they want to play that way. Timber shows a fleet of foot, lovely slide into Gyökeres, and Gyökeres wins the corner. It's amazing how we can find passes to Gyökeres when Odegaard's not on the field. Good defending there from the Wolves Mosquera. So Wolves and Arsenal, Brentford and Everton all joint top of the set-piece fewest goals conceded with 6. Can Arsenal change that today? Saka will take. And it's flicked on at the near post by Martinelli, and it's way over the bar. Got way too much on it. So I'm not sure David Raya is still on the pitch. I think he's gone back in the changing room because Wolves haven't been nowhere near our goal. And again, Saka, I like that ball. He just gets the ball forward, Bukayo Saka. That's all he done. He just got the ball forward. There was no try to touch it, no try to control it. He just put it forward and he turned Wolves back round to face their own goal. That's where defences are uncomfortable. And again, Wolves play it long, and it's a bad ball from the keeper, but they get away with it. And now it's just back with the keeper. This time he sends it longer. And Saliba's in a proper fight with the big guy, and he wins the. And David Raya was quick out of his goal there because there was a Wolves player breaking, and Raya just gets there first to put it out for a throw. Raya's obviously growing his hair long, bringing back the 1990s curtains, and it's a big throw into the box, and it's headed by Saliba, and Gyökeres completes the clearance, and Madueke presses Wolves and wins the throw. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on in England, but the rain has been terrible. So Arsenal back in possession. I like to see Arsenal really go for it here because, Wolves are there for the taking. It's funny because they're just showing a picture of Saka's touch map, and all these touches have been on the right wing, apart from the one he scored from. Lovely ball. Well taken by Timber into Zubimendi. There's the run. Look at the run. Look at the high line. Zubimendi finds Timber again. Timber back to Zubimendi. To Hincapié. To Martin. Just give it back to him, Martin, and he made the run. Martinelli finds Rice instead. Back to Gabriel. Arsenal have gone back to that little tippy-tappy, backwards, forward, sideways motion. And it's back on to the right side with Timber, who finds Madueke. Timber goes on the overlap. Madueke instead passes it back to Saliba. Saliba's cross, and it's headed out. Gyökeres goes down in the box, but definitely no penalty. And Wolves smash it long, and somehow Saliba is back there after crossing the ball. I don't know how he got back there so quick. And it's with Saka, who finds Madueke. Madueke turns, switches it out to Hincapié, to Martinelli. Hincapié goes on the overlap, and Martinelli's cross is way too high. Only Gyökeres in the box, but the cross was terrible. Martinelli has had a real crap 30 minutes. So the goalkeeper's kick is just plucked out of the air by Saliba. Fantastic touch. And Arsenal build again. Saka getting involved. He finds Hincapié. Rice to Saliba. Medweke, faced by two, finds Zubamendi. Wolves camped in their own half. They can't get out. Saka picks the ball up on the left, finds Rice. Back to Saka. Slides in Nkape. Lovely turn from Nkape. Oh my God, he's done two of them. There's the cross. Medweke jumps. Oh, and it's smashed clear. But Nkape has produced a fantastic bit of skill. A turn on the ball and then a step over and a shift, which has seen the two Wolves defenders collide. And one of them is down with a head injury. The first piece was brilliant. Oh, he got a slight knee to the head from his other guy who he was sent flying though by the Nkape turn. So Mosquera has to leave the pitch because he was down with a head injury. He has to go off for 30 seconds. Yeah, we've said it many times, Apollo. Rice into the box. I don't know why he's trying to pass it there. Why are you trying to pass that? You've run all the way into the box. Have a shot. Yeah, agreed, Cam. This is a game where we really should be peppering their goal. I think we haven't had a shot since we scored. We haven't had a shot since we scored the goal. And here we come again with Martinelli. He checks back inside, checks back further. Finds Declan Rice. Who finds Saliba. Who finds Timber. There's the ball. Play it. Play the ball. Oh my God. Sometimes it's just so bad. There was a ball there to be played to Timber and Saliba just refused to play it. And Wolves nearly broke. Their striker had the run. He kind of collided a little bit with Gabriel and he's limping and he hasn't rejoined the players as of yet. And it's out with Medweke. Finds Saliba. What's the point of putting the centre-backs up there if they're not going to try to play a ball? And Arsenal knocking it around for fun. Lovely cross from Timber. Gyökeres fell on the floor there. And Arsenal have it back. And Martinelli with another. Oh, and it wasn't a great cross, but it found Medweke and he headers wide. Wasn't a great cross. It was ballooned in. Oh, Gabriel just stepped on the striker's toe. No reason for him to stop running there. If he would have carried on, he would have had a good chance of breaking towards the Arsenal box. So Wolves send it long. Saliba's underneath it. And Wolves have the ball. And I thought it was a free kick to Wolves there, but the referee played on and then it was a foul on Saka. And Arsenal get the free kick. And we start again. Off we go. And it's Incape. Play the ball, and it's to Martinelli. And Mosquera. And that's a free kick all day long. He hasn't even got nowhere near the ball. So Wolves are getting a bit fired up here for the fight. Incape with the cross. I have to say, it's been very disappointing after going ahead after literally 5 minutes. The player's been somewhat disappointing. And Wolves give it away, Arsenal give it away, then Wolves give it away. Scrappy little passage of play there. But Arsenal have it back with Declan Rice, who finds Timber, who might as well just be playing in that position. And it's with Madueke. And it's a right old battle. The referee let it go on. I like to see that. And Wolves smash it clear. And Saliba stands up well to the big physical challenge. And referees give a free kick, I believe. I thought that was a really fair challenge, considering some of the things he's already let go. I don't see nothing wrong with that. So Wolves have an opportunity to smack one into the box. The Arsenal fans are singing "You're going down" with the Tottenham. Wouldn't that be great to see the Spuds get relegated? Well, you've got to get that go of him, Saliba there. And to be fair, they're both holding each other there, but just let go of him. Don't let him throw himself to the floor. Don't give him a reason. So Arsenal slowed down to walking pace. Saliba knocks it long. Lovely run by Gyökeres, and it's a great touch by the Wolves defender there that stops Gyökeres from getting that ball. Madueke commits the foul, and Wolves have a free kick. And here come Wolves. They've got players forward with Mane. Couple of step overs. Timber defends so well though. Madueke is not helping him. There's Madueke, forces him back a little bit. Saka nicks the ball, and Saka's away. Oh, that's a foul, ref. So the initial tackle on Saka was fine. He just didn't have the pace to get away. But then it's a blatant foul. and Saka stops the pass. Brilliant play. He finds Martinelli. Martinelli pulled out of the challenge. You bottled that, Martinelli. So Zubamendi wins it high up. Madueke gives it away now. And Arsenal force them back again. We've got to get Gyökeres into the game a little bit more. He's making runs, but he hasn't seen no balls up to him. So into the last 5 minutes of the first half. And Wolves come again. Cross into the box. He's blocked by Hincapié. And it's out for a throw. Yeah, I agree with you, Cam. If we hadn't have got the early goal, the game would have been annoying. It's more frustrating that we haven't got the second at least. And the longer it goes on, you can just see Wolves nicking something. What a long throw, a corner, free kick into the box. The conditions are not great. And it's Gyökeres gives chase. Keep chasing. Go on, keep chasing Martinelli. Full speed. Arsenal have it again. Timber should have read that. And Wolves clearance just goes straight back to Zubamendi. We've got to put some more balls into the box. Just playing around, you're not getting nowhere. Look, there's Gyökeres is in the box, surrounded by 3 Wolves players on his own. There's the ball. Look, the run. Come on. We had 2 players making a little diagonal there. No one wants to pass this ball forward. Saka tries to find Hincapié, but it's headed out. But Gabriel just picks it up, and Arsenal have it back again. Saka. Timber turned the wrong way. Still got it, and he wins the corner. Nice run into the box there by Saka. His cross was blocked. It rebounds to Timber, who wins the corner. Yeah, the game's turned into evening, Andrew. The game's turned into a right scrappy affair. We're playing the game that Wolves want us to play. Say the rain or the snow is coming down. Saka will take the corner. Be nice to grab a second before half time. Saka gives the signal, and it's a Martinelli flick on Madueke. Rice, lovely touch from Rice back to Martinelli. Just play Saka. Oh, he's played it behind him. The ball from Martinelli was shocking. All he had to do was roll it in front of Saka, and he played it behind him. So 5 minutes added on at the end of the first half. Still Wolves 0, Arsenal 1. And Saliba gives away a free kick there. He's having his hands full with this big guy. And another opportunity for Wolves to load the box and throw the ball in there. Let's see if they do better with this free kick. This one actually makes it to the box. And it's straight through and out the other side. Martinelli. And it's a throw to Wolves. You can't ask for a yellow card, mate. That's a yellow card in asking for a yellow card. So Wolves will have the long throw. We've got to start leaving a man up top because this is just ridiculous. And it's a shot from Wolves and it's just past the post. Let's see. If it was on target, I believe Raya had it covered. So a little wake-up call there for Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal are showing no urgency here to get the ball forward. And Wolves go close again. It's a cross to the far post and their striker gets up above Saliba. But all he can do is head it out. Someone get Arteta an umbrella. Why is he always standing in the rain, this guy? Saka breaks. Wolves get back. Shoot! Oh my God! Or the referee looking there. A penalty. Saka was so busy complaining to the referee. So busy complaining to the referee, he forgot to go for the ball. Surely VAR will look at it. Will VAR look at it? Is it offside? Let's have a look. That's a penalty. He makes no contact with the ball and the tackle is from behind. That's a penalty. Anywhere else on the pitch, that's a foul. Anywhere else on the pitch, that is a foul. Anywhere else on the pitch, that is a free kick. Without a shadow of a doubt. So no penalty is given, and that is half time. That is I say anywhere else on the pitch, that is a foul. Yeah, I remember that, Andrew, back in '89 when we lost to Derby, didn't we, at Highbury, and then we drew 2-2 with Wimbledon. I remember that. I remember being in the ground and being heartbroken when we drew with Wimbledon 2-2. I say that's half time. So at half time, it's Wolves 0, Arsenal 1. And you have to say, after a bright start, the 45 minutes that followed was very disappointing. Not to get a decent shot on, at least on goal, and test the keeper. We've had plenty of possession. Martinelli has been shocking. He missed from 3 yards out when it was harder to miss than score. You know, all this possession in the world, but you're only 1 goal to the good. So Cam saying Nelly and Nonny and Nelly disaster class. What are the hideous twins doing? He's been laughing for 20 minutes at this. This is some Benny Hill shizzle. Yeah, it's not been great. Apollo saying they're already relegated with no good reason. They're absolutely dreadful. We sat back and gave them a bit of confidence, and now kicking our players and winning every second ball. Yeah, I think the way we played after scoring, you know, I think it's criminal, to be fair. You know, you can't play against a team like this and not really put them to bed. Stay in Thailand, Tone. Don't come back. The weather's about to turn next week with snow predicted and all sorts. Yeah, agreed, Cam. You know, we just took the foot off the pedal. We was happy controlling the ball, which is typical Arsenal, isn't it? Under Arteta, it's what we've become. We want to control the ball. If we've got the ball, they can't score. You know, but we forget that we're only 1-0 up. That's fine keeping the ball if you're 3-0 up. You know, but at 1-0, it only takes a dodgy refereeing decision, a penalty, you know, a free kick in a dangerous place. Yeah, but 18 has got to be about more than managing the game. Hi, Cranky. How are you doing, sir? Bless me. Why? What have I done? And Cranky going to come on and give us his first half analysis. I don't know if Apollo sent you the link, Cranky. Yeah, Apollo has sent you the link, Cranky. So we'll see you shortly, hopefully, to get your take on the first 50 minutes. Yeah, I mean, listen, we can say about players feeling the pressure all we want, but at the end of the day, you can't detract from the fact that Martinelli has missed from 3 yards out. You know, it's that's unforgivable. You know, to miss like that is absolutely unforgivable. Yes, Cranky. Apollo, can you let Cranky in, please? I don't have the controls, Cranky.
Hey, how you doing?
Welcome, young man. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Yeah, well, apart from the first 5 minutes, the rest of the 45 minutes that we had to endure was shocking to say the least. What's your verdict?
Nah, it's not shocking. We've been a lot like that all season. We struggle offensively, and we're doing it again. I Saka in the 10, he scored. He's probably our best offensive player so far. But we have two runners on the field in Martinelli and Madueke. And yes, we are stepping very high, so therefore Wolves got to play deeper. But you have nobody to play between the ball between the lines to penetrate the defense if they run off the right or left back. So why don't we put Eze in the 8 and put Rice in the 6? we don't need Zubimendi in this game.
Yeah,
He's not any value.
What's your opinion on Norgard?
I think Norgard is a very, very good player. He just hasn't got the opportunity to show his wear, but I think he's a very, very good player. And he's a bigger player, which we struggle with, ball thrown in the box. Yeah, similar skills to Zubimendi. People need to tell me what the differentiation is between Zubimendi and Norgard in terms of capabilities. Zubimendi keep the game ticking over, keep it going, pressure the opposition. But in terms of coverage of space and in terms of the ability on the ball, I don't think he's better than Norgard, frankly.
Yeah,
it may differ, but I don't think so.
I don't think Norgard's scared to hit that longer ball. And that's what
he did it in the last game. He played ball with a bop. He had a flick that he created a goal. To me, he's a little more inventive player than Zubimendi. Not to take away from Zubimendi's game, he's a very good player, but he's a bit more inventive. I am concerned. The more games we play, the more concern I get in our offense. Right? Gyökeres and Jesus are two different players. Gyökeres run the channels. He's physical. His hold up is decent, but he has zero skills, zero technical ability to create his own space to do something. Zero. Jesus,
he relies on others to create the space and give him the ball that he needs to score goals.
Yeah, and sometimes in football you need that differentiating quality, don't you? You need something a little bit different, something to create something out of nothing, and he doesn't create something out of nothing. He's a normal, traditional, old school center forward, and that can be a challenge in today's game where that inventiveness is needed to create disarray and to create opportunities for your team to score. Even though it was against Wigan, I do think Eze was seen to be gaining back some of his confidence. The pass he made to Madueke, those kind of passes are not normal, frankly. It's not every day you pass the ball.
The pass he also made to Martinelli,
but that was easier. That was easier, right?
In the next game, that's got to be a knock to the confidence. After you,
well, not only that, but you put someone who's not a 10 in his spot. So you're saying anybody else is better than you in the spot. That's what you're basically saying. When Odegaard is fit, he's going to play. Now, and he also, when Marino was here, we'd play Marino there instead of Eze. So the manager has no confidence in Eze, which is very apparent. But I do think that Wolves has been stubborn, but we're not creating opportunities. The one chance we got was a shot by Madueke, which ricocheted off the goalkeeper to Martinelli, who is not inventive in front of goal. What do I mean by that? So he just responds and just try to get the ball on target. And sometimes you just need a little bit of composure.
You don't even have to be inventive. It was 3 yards out. All you got to do is put your foot on the ball.
But it was a quick reaction, right? It's a quick reaction. So I can understand why he missed it, but sometimes a player will just relax a little bit and let the keeper do something, and then you do something. So yeah.
Well, the keeper was on the floor.
Yeah. Now someone said the game is in horrendous conditions, but the UK's weather is just horrendous. Period. I mean, I don't know how you guys live there. I swear, I lived there for 2 years. I couldn't take it. That's why I left.
We're
The
all waiting
weather
for you to
is
we're all waiting for
awful.
you to get the bigger house, mate, so we can all move in with you.
No, when I lived in the UK,
the show in your studio, mate.
you had 2 months of I used to live in Earl's Court in London. 2 months, August and July, of really good weather, and then that's it. For the next 10 months,
It's not even 2 months, mate. It's not even 2 months. It's like 2 weeks. 2 weeks out of them 2 months. The rest of it is okay. Right, so just quickly, we're going to do some stats. So, first half, shots on target, 0 for Wolves, 3 for Arsenal. Expected goals is 0.06 from Wolves compared to Arsenal's 1.33. This is the stat that kills me, right? Because touches in the opposition box. Wolves have had 4 touches in our box. We've had a massive 23 touches in the Wolves box, but only 3 shots on target. That to me is a nonsense.
Well, I think it's how effective are you when you get to the box? It's one thing to have the ball in the box, but are you being effective? What are you doing when you get to the box? Because people like Madueke and Martinelli, they could touch about 20 times in the box. They may never create an opportunity.
Yeah, but don't forget, I mean, that's touches in the opposition box.
No, so that's what I'm saying. So the question is, how effective are you?
A touch in the box, but there's not one of them touches that you're turning into a shot.
Right.
You know, it's all this. We get a goal ahead, and then to me it seems like we just sit back. We want to control the game. It's like you're putting the trust in the defence to hold out for the rest of the game. If we've got the ball, they can't score. But it only takes one instance, you know, a silly little foul that's not even a foul, penalty, free kick, you know, and all of a sudden it's 1-1 and they've got the upper hand. And that's exactly what happened in the game at the Emirates.
No, it only takes one throw-in because we're struggling with throwing. We're doing well today, but against Brentford, we struggled big time.
But yeah, but that guy literally threw the ball all the way to the back post, didn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
Throws the ball to the 6-yard area.
Yeah, but when you have Saka and Zubamendi in your team, you don't have a lot of height, right? I mean, you got to think about who you have on the field.
That goes back again to what we're saying about Christian Norgard. He's over 6 foot, good in the air, in both boxes. But he sits on the bench week after week because all right, Rice and Zubamendi have formed a good partnership, but certain games you have to turn and change things, and Arteta just doesn't want to do that. He just doesn't want to make changes unless he's forced to.
I see Andrew's comment. Does anybody believe that Arteta was overruled on any decision at Arsenal? I don't buy that.
No,
that's not. I don't buy that. Arteta is the dictator. Arteta is the one who fired the Abbas of the world and the Ozils of the world. Arteta have been giving full autonomy. I'm not. But we saw what's his name left to go to Nottingham Forest, right? Edu left, right? I mean, Arteta run the ship. And just said, we have bad weather. You have guns and Trump. I'll take my good weather and guns and Trump. I stay away from guns and Trump. I'm not gonna live in that weather where it's wet and muggy and rainy and miserable. You guys' suicide rate must be high. That melancholy weather is not for normal, everyday people. I used to be able to get up in the morning. I'm like, damn, it's wet again. When is this gonna change? Especially when it comes to the dark part, like this time of the year. I mean, it's good football weather when it's wet and nice and you get tired. It's not the sun draining you, but still. Anyway, that's not why we're not playing well. We have issues offensively.
Yeah,
we can't win the league playing like this.
As an issue,
we can't win the league playing like this. I mean, look at Semenyo is at City. All right, I'll come back at the end of the game. Maybe.
I'll see you at full time, mate.
All right.
So Raya knocks it long. It ricochets off Gyökeres, off Zubamendi, who tried the little stab pass, and it's out for a throw to Wolves. Sarr knocks it long. and Wolves give it away. Arsenal win it back. Zubamendi to Timber to Madueke, back to Saliba. Oh, Martinelli, please, for the love of God. This mascara for them is a little dude, man. What's he saying now? Oh, get up, mate. He's trying to get Martinelli sent off. That's embarrassing. So Arsenal have it at the back. Saliba. And the little flick is kept in by Madueke. Oh! Jesus Christ. A back pass to Raya was almost disastrous. Oh, my God. What? So Gyökeres picks up the ball. He plays it. Madueke jumps over it. Timber doesn't read the dummy. And it goes out for a throw. If Madueke had taken that in his stride, he was clean through. He was bursting down the wing into clear space. So it looks like the wind's a bit of an issue here. And Martinelli again, he jumps up to head the ball, and it comes off his head like his head shaped like a 50p, and it just comes off the side of his head, and Wolves have it back. So it looks like the wind may be an issue here because the ball seems not to be flying in the air properly. So Wolves have to throw. Eze and Jesus having a giggle and a laugh on the bench. And here come Wolves. Good header from Gabriel. The linesman didn't have a clue. The linesman didn't have a clue whose throw that was. So I feel sorry. Gyökeres does so much work. He's pressing everything. He's running everything. Every time we've given this guy a bit of service, he's made something happen. When we don't, and here come, and Arsenal get away with it there. And it's a lovely ball. Gyökeres in the channel now. Is there anyone in the box? He tries to take on his man, tries to cut in between the two, and it's blocked out. Wolves have got a bit of life in them in this second half. Arsenal need to find this second goal, man, to kill this game. To be fair, if I was Wolves, I would just be smashing the ball long. I wouldn't even try to play. I'd just be smashing it long and let that big guy fight for it. And there's the cross into the box. It's over everyone and it's out for a goal kick to Arsenal. Oh, This is not the weather for trying to play out from the back, to be perfectly fair. Lovely touch, Gyökeres. Oh, Martinelli. Oh, my God. So Gyökeres lays the ball off into Martinelli's path. He tries to flick it round the defender, and he just gives it away. And he had Madueke wide out on the right. He could have played the ball first time. This time, Saliba gives it away. He's tackled by their striker. And Wolves can come now. It's 5 against 2 in Arsenal's favour. The cross comes in, and that's got to be a foul. Yes, and it is a foul. Great defending from Hincapié there. Put his body on the line. Yeah, Martinelli, for me, I mean, he's had ample opportunities to put the ball into an area, to score a goal, and he's just muffed everything that's come his way. So Saka dropping edge of the box. Raya goes long. Gyökeres is all on his own. He tries to get the touch, but good defending there. Before he could control it, the defender gets a foot in. And Wolves come again. Gyökeres straight back into the action though, pressing. Where's his help? Saka, come on, man. That should have been you there. I don't even think it's the fact that we look knackered, Cam. You know, you give Wolves a little bit of hope, and it's a lovely turn from Adam Armstrong, and it's just shot over the bar. Raya comfortable, can pull his hand away, but now see, that's the difference. If that's us in that position there, we're not taking that shot on. That could have quite easily ended up in the net, took a deflection, gone out for a corner. But we're not trying to do that. So again, Arsenal persist from staying. So they want to play it from the back, and then Raya just knocks it long anyway. What was the point? And Wolves, you know, they've got a bit of confidence in them now, because they're having the ball, you know, and they didn't even enter our half in the first half, and now all of a sudden we can't get out of our half. And Wolves on the break here now. It's a cross into the box. Good defending from Saliba. Stopped a certain goal. And he was onside. And Saliba's defending there. He must have stopped a certain goal there. Now we just have to deal with the throw. And Raya claims the ball. And here come Arsenal again. Lovely pass. We got there with Timber. Yes! Get in! And it's Saka. Out to Hincapié. Hincapié to Martinelli. Martinelli finds Declan Rice. He turns back. He finds Gabriel. And it's a lovely ball from him to Hincapié, and he smashes it into the net. There's a VAR check. Wolves believe it's offside. Will the Arsenal celebrations be cut short? And the linesman had his flag up. Let's have a look. Hincapié's onside there. Oh, he's onside. He's onside. What is that linesman doing? There's no way he can be offside there. No way he can be offside. No way he can be offside. Hincapié praying to God. There's no way you can be offside. And the goal stands. He was never offside in a million years. Finally. And you know what? All it took was a forward pass. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that if you pass the ball forward, you can score a goal? Who would have thought that in football these days? Who would have thought a forward pass may get you a goal? Yeah, it's a goal. It's been given. Arsenal 2, Wolves 0. Surely that must be the game done. Hincapé's first goal in an Arsenal shirt. And it was a very well taken goal. That's how you finish, Martinelli. A left back has just shown you how to finish. And it was a lovely ball from Gabriel. Lovely ball from Gabriel. And it's a cracking finish from Hincapé. Looks up at the keeper. He gets a nudge. But as he's getting the nudge, he has the presence of mind just to smash the shot into the roof of the net. So at 2-0, that must be game done. Only we can kill ourselves from this point. Yeah, it wasn't even close, Cam. You're dead right there, mate. It was a no, and Rice wins the ball back. He finds Gyökeres. Gyökeres to Martinelli. Martinelli checks back again. Go forward. You got pace. Knock the ball and run. No, I was never worried, Andrew. Once I saw it, I was never worried. And Arsenal have the ball. And Gabriel tries another pass forward. What's happened? 2 passes forward from our centre-back. And here come Wolves now. Yeah, let's hope that Martinelli was watching, eh? And it's Wolves still in our box. And it's a corner. Gabriel heads out. Let's not concede now, Arsenal. Oh, and we've conceded. What the hell? What the hell? It's 2-1. The corner come in, headed up in the air. It's cleared. And that Mane and acres of space. And Bueno curls a shot into the far corner. Fantastic goal. A fantastic goal, you have to say, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure where our left winger was. Yeah, not so. You speak too soon, Andrew. So where was Martinelli? Oh, Martinelli was forward. So he comes inside in Kappa and he just bends it into the top corner. Raya, no chance. Excellent finish. But that's what happens when you shoot. So now, from the game being done, we now have a game back on our hands. And Raya couldn't have got any higher. That was a fantastic attempt to save it. Absolute fantastic attempt. He was literally up level with the crossbar. And that's his first ever Premier League goal. So we have game on again. So now Arsenal have to do it all again. And Wolves come again. They're full of life, Wolves, now. So, because sometimes that's the only way that you're going to beat David Raya. It has to be a banger. And Gyökeres again, thrown off the ball. And Wolves come again. Well done. Well done, Declan Rice. And that's the ball. Gyökeres all on his own. All on his own. Where's the support? Well done, Victor Gyökeres. Held the ball up, finds Declan Rice. He goes back to Martinelli, who's now playing left back. It seems like a banger's the only way to score past David Raya. And don't worry, Apollo, I'm not going to mention the small goalkeeper syndrome. But if that was Donnarumma, he saves that. And it's with Martinelli. Hincapié goes on the underlap. Zubimendi could have taken a touch and played out. He played it back behind Rice. So Arsenal. Madueke, who's been really non-existent, and again he's muscled off the ball, and Zubimendi's there, and he takes the touch. There was never really a touch there to be had, and all he can do is run it out of play. So Gabriel Jesus for Madueke, and Eze for Gyökeres. So Saka, you would imagine, goes to the right wing. Jesus goes up front and Eze comes on in the 10. I mean, it all went wrong there from the build-up before we gave away the corner. You know, then we clear the corner and we're all out of position, and it's a brilliant finish. Take nothing away. Oh. Oh, this ball's not rolling true on this pitch, man. Just use it, Martinelli. And it's thumped long to Saka. Saka pushed off the ball. And it's lovely covering from Gabriel. Right out to Hincapié. He finds Declan Rice. Declan Rice has had a strange game because he hasn't really been involved in any aspect. And it's Martinelli. First touch was poor. And there was no one in the middle. There was no one in the middle. That's exactly where Gyökeres would have been. And we've just subbed him off. Crazy. Absolute crazy. Exactly where Gyökeres would have been. And we subbed the guy off. And then all of a sudden, we played the ball to exactly where he would have been. Why does this keep happening? Every time the guy goes off, every time the guy goes off, we put the ball into a space where he would have occupied. I don't know. It's just what I've heard the locker room talk, Andrew. And here come Wolves again. This game is passing Arsenal by in the midfield. We need to bring on Norgard. Good tackle, Hincape. We need to bring on Norgard. We need a bit of presence, a bit more presence in midfield that Zubamendi can't give us. So Eze, good run, plays in Jesus. Jesus turns and plays Timber. He finds Zubamendi. That's what I'm saying, Apollo. It is when he goes off, we suddenly start to play the ball into positions where he was or where he would have been. Lovely touch. Finish. Oh, and it's saved. Oh, Martinelli has a shot saved from Jose Sarr. Again, I think he really should have done better. 12 yards out. It was basically straight at the keeper. But he would have been offside anyway. So lucky that he didn't score because it would have been offside. So instead Arsenal, oh, maybe they did give the offside. Oh, there's plenty of space in the midfield now. Look, one pass has dissected us. Eze tracks back. The thing is, you take a Madueke off, now you're asking Saka to play a larger portion of the game than he may well be able to. And Saka battles well, and he concedes a goal kick. So Wolves making a substitution. Don't know who's come on, don't know who's gone off. Rodrigo Gomez, whoever this guy is. Go press him. Look, he doesn't want the ball at his feet. So Wolves trying to play out from the back. And they succeed. That's handball, isn't it? Surely that's handball. Oh, Gabriel. Oh, Saliba slips, but the ball has gone out of play. Saliba's got his hands full with this guy. Jesus is so slow getting himself back on side. Oh, Timber's got himself in trouble. Timber's got himself in trouble. And he gives away the ball and allows Wolves to come on the attack. And again, they've got an overload. And the cross straight into Raya's arms. But again, Hincape was left 1 versus 1 with his attacker. Play it. Oh. So Zubamendi, lovely bit of skill. And he gets brought down, and that's the first yellow card of the game, I believe. Oh no, second yellow card of the game. Both for Wolves. But lovely little play from Zubamendi there, a little nutmeg, and he's looking to open up the ball on Arsenal's right-hand side, and he's taken out. And free kick to Arsenal. So Saka now is down, and it looks like his day is done. See, this is what I mean. Silly substitution. You're pushing Saka past the boundaries of probably where he's capable of. And now he looks like he's picked up an injury. And you've already taken Madueke off. So what do you do now? So Saka has already given the armband to Gabriel. His day is done. Let's hope that's nothing serious with the North London derby coming up. So it's Trossard. So we would assume Martinelli goes over to the right. Trossard comes on the left. Well, you know what it is, Apollo? Our attack is blunt because we don't actually try to attack. When we do, we look okay. When we actually try to attack, we look okay. But it's too much messing about with the ball in the edge of the box, little passes here and there. Yeah, so Martinelli over to the right, Trossard on the left. Yeah, no, I don't think it's even that, Cam. It's the way the manager wants to play. And Rice hits the ball. So it's Jesus over to the right, Martinelli through the middle, and Nkape feeds Trossard. And Trossard has a shot and it's blocked. And Nkape retrieves the ball. You know what, Apollo, like we said, and many players have said, to pick up the system is not an easy thing. Yes, we can say he's played in the Premier League, but this system is completely different to anything he would have played before. It takes a while to understand the exact position of where you should be at any given moment. So there's a big 20 minutes coming up. Yeah, I 100% agree with you there, Apollo. We gave them belief at the end of the first half, sorry. And this is what happens. And even when you go 2-0 up, what are you doing, Trossard? Trossard has tried to chip the keeper when there was simpler balls to be played. So we've only had 3 touches in their box in the entire second half. They've had 5 in ours. And here they come again. Martinelli looks shattered. And Jesus tried to dribble out of, just clear the ball. This guy always wants to do the Brazilian thing. Just clear the ball. Well, let's hope not, Cam. Let's hope not. This is a game where I would be bringing on Norgard. Yeah, that's next season, Andrew. We want success this season. He has to win one of the 4 that he's in. And then Wolves knock it long. Their big striker wins it. Gabriel runs away. Oh. That's a major clash of heads. Let's hope Gabriel's all right. Yeah, so Gabriel's sitting up. He ducked down to head the ball and the Wolves player come flying in. And it looked like a mad clash of heads. Some of that hair transplant probably got knocked out. Albert headphones and Arteta deep in conversation. Mosquera going to have a little... No, he's not. Miles Lewis-Skelly sits on the bench. This would even be a good game for Miles to come in midfield, to be fair. And Gabriel's up and he's okay. Hair transplant all intact. And David Raya taking his time to pick the ball up. Send it long. That's it, Raya. Send them up. Oh, and it's a terrible kick. Terrible kick, but it almost had the desired effect as it bounced. Oh, Martinelli. Who's that header to, Martinelli? And he's offside anyway. This guy. How is this guy playing in the Premier League? And Gabriel is back on. And Zubimendi gives away a free kick and it allows Wolves to put the ball into the box. So Wolves can put it into the danger zone here. That striker makes Gabriel look like a midget. Was he 6'6", isn't he? And the ball's into the box. And then Cape gets flung to the floor. Again, the ball's in the box. See it out. Raya keeps it in. And he sends it long. And it's Gabriel Jesus. Lovely touch. But Arsenal give the ball away again. So Wolves still in with a bit of hope. Just lay it back, Trossard. And it's just not long. That's all Wolves have to do. And it's a lovely chest back to the goalkeeper from Gabriel. I thought, should we bring Eze on? We don't give him the ball. You know, we're not playing good football here. So it's going to be a nervy final 15 or so minutes here. It's a long throw into the box. Gabriel comes and heads clear. Zubimendi just hooks his clearance up into the air. And that's got to be a foul. There's got to be two fouls. We'll have the first one. You know, what I don't know, you've got Norgard sitting on the bench. And you can't even bring him on with 10 minutes to go just to help shut things out. To give us more of a presence in both boxes. So Rao to front the free kick long. And now we're asking Jesus, who doesn't compete for the ball at all. Martinelli this guy, he just hasn't got a clue. He really hasn't got a clue. He's surrounded by three Wolves players and he just can't figure out how to get out. And Jesus can't hold the ball and it's out for a throw to Arsenal. I'll make you right, Apollo. I don't think there's no laughing about it, mate. If we don't come out with 3 points in this game, title's done. So Wolves obviously going for it now. They're making another substitution. Tom Idozi for midfielder. Who's he, forward? So Declan Rice hasn't really been involved. That's a good ball. Martinelli, play it now. Jesus, what are you doing out there, mate? You're meant to be playing in as the 9. Martinelli's off, and Timber loses the ball. Just bad decisions. Just what are you doing? And Wolves can break. And Martinelli and Timber win it back. Now Arsenal can go again. Timber is absolutely shattered. Martinelli, one-on-one with his man. And he slowed it down so much, he allowed another Wolves player to come back and he loses the ball. What am I watching? Well done, Declan Rice. Well done, Hincapié. Oh, Trossard, what's going on? Can no one hold this ball up? And Wolves, we get away with it because Wolves had a break and the substitute just knocks the ball behind the runner and it's out for a throw. Just throw the ball in, Cape. What are you doing? Oh, my God. I'm having kittens here. And what are we doing, Timber? He's just give the ball away. Make a tackle, Jesus. Oh, my God. Oh, lovely touch. Well played, Eze. Timber looks absolutely out on his feet. So Arsenal just deciding to keep the ball. And it's a terrible pass from Timber. And it's out for a throw to Wolves. Come on, Jesus. Sprint, Jesus. You're not even sprinting, mate. And it's back to Raya. And he thumps it clear. Martinelli can't jump. Jesus. Go on, Martinelli. Just cross the ball. Trossard's there. Trossard is there. Oh, this guy. He took so long. So long. So Declan Rice to take the corner. I wouldn't even be playing it into the box. I'd play this short. Wouldn't even put it in the box. And it's short to Eze. Back to Eze. Back to Rice. To Zubamendi. Cross into the box. It's over everyone. And it's out for a throw to Wolves. Julian Abue. Cam, that's cute. Clear it, Trossard. Clear it, Trossard. Who's that to? It's not to anyone. My God. Martinelli's run his race. He's finished. Lovely header. Right, it was offside. But ref, we had the ball there. You don't need to. The advantage is ours. My life. So the 90 minutes is up. It remains to be seen how long is added on. I'm going to say 6 minutes. Raya sends it long. And Trossard has taken one in the mush. So 6 minutes added on. 6 minutes for Arsenal to survive. Trossard, what's happened there? Let's have a look. You can't do that. That's a free kick to Arsenal. He's just shouldered Trossard in the face. He just shouldered Trossard in the face. That's not even, that's a free kick all day long. Where is VAR? He's just run up to Trossard and he shouldered him in the face. The ball was nowhere near them. You can't just shoulder people in the face. Trossard said to the physio, I'm fine, let me go. You can't just do that. That is a blatant red card. Where is VAR? How can VAR not see that that's a blatant red card? Why is Martinelli having a laugh with one of their players? That is a blatant red card. And to be fair, Trossard should have just gone off for treatment straight away instead of getting down on the pitch and get the game underway again. So Trossard has been substituted and Cadafiore's come on. Yeah, that should have been a red 18, 100%. He's just come up and shouldered him in the face. Come on, you're through, Gabby. What are you doing? Oh, Jesus, wept. And Wolves have equalised. Wolves have equalised. It's 2-2. We all saw it coming. And it's an absolute disaster. An absolute disaster. That has got to be the title gone. The ball's in the box and it's... Oh, my God. And Raya comes for the ball and Gabriel heads it out of his hands and it falls to Tom Adozie, who I believe is an ex-Man City player, and he thumps it into the net, off the post, off Calafiore and into the net. Absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. We have thrown this game away. We've absolutely thrown it away. You know what? We deserve nothing and we've got nothing. Gabriel and Raya in a big, big mix-up. The cross should have been Raya's all day long. Gabriel has no need to be there to head it out. And it comes off Calafiore, off the post and in. But Raya is either just let him... Oh... And it hits Calafiore and he twists his body and it comes off his knee and into the goal. I don't know why he moved. He just stands still, let it hit you. So that's the game done. Gabriel had no reason to be there. There was nobody around him. And Eze skews it wide. Game done. I'm afraid it's an epic, epic cock up. And to be fair, before that chance, Gabriel Jesus was clean through, and he neglects to shoot. They nick the ball back and go down the other end and score. I mean, they talk about Man City bottling a 2-0 thing at Spurs, but this has to be far, far worse than that because Wolves haven't had a hope in this game. Raya comes for a ball that should be his all day long. Gabriel gets in the way, but we've only got ourselves to blame. This BS football of controlling the ball and not wanting to play has cost us dear. You take off Gyökeres. There's no presence in attack. Jesus doesn't press. And it's no coincidence. It's no coincidence that when we need it, It's no coincidence that we don't have it. And here come Wolves again. They want to win it. Wolves want to win it now. Absolute disaster. You can't blame Calafiore. The ball hit him and it ended up in the net. He could have quite easily have rebounded out. But absolute nonsense. And Jesus, what are you doing there, Jesus? Why are you there? Why are you by the corner flag? Why is Martinelli by the corner flag? If we get the ball, how can we spring a counter-attack when everyone is on the edge of our box? It's laughable. Mr. Safety First, Arteta. Let's just control the ball. Let's not try and score a goal. Look, it's whack clear. It's whack clear, and we've got nobody up front. Nobody. It's embarrassing. You can't win a game with nobody up front. Just smash it clear. And the game's finished. It finished 2-2. Absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. Mr. Safety First has cost us again. We're not beating the teams we should be beating, you know, and it's an absolute disaster. And Jesus wants to start a fight with Mosquera now. He's pushed Mosquera, and the referee's reaching into his pocket. And I think Jesus would be sent off here. He's got a yellow. I think that would be upgraded to a red. And the players are out fighting on the pitch. The game's done, but it's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. It's a shame you didn't show that fight on the pitch, Jesus, rather than trying to be Mr. fucking meaty big bollocks. It's embarrassing, mate. I don't even know why the players are still on the pitch. Get down the tunnel. You should all be embarrassed. Should all be embarrassed. I want to see no one laughing and joking in training on these stupid videos. It's embarrassing. You've let a 2-goal lead slip to the club at the bottom of the table, and you think you're going to win this league? You're jokers. Listen, you go and shake hands, Martinelli. You're turd, mate. You can't score from 3 yards out. Absolute rubbish. So Apollo's ratings are Raya 5, Timber 4, Saliba 5, Gabriel 5, Hincapié 7, Zubamendi 4, Rice 7, Saka 7.5, Madueke 5, Martinelli 4, Gyökeres 5, and he gives Arteta a 4. Wolves are smiling. They're happy because they've got a point. It's absolute nonsense what I've just watched. See you later, Andrew. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, for me, this is all on Arteta. We go 1-0 up after 5 minutes, and we don't have another serious attempt on their goal. You know, it is embarrassing. Good night, Nay. I don't blame you for being mad. It's absolute shocking. So 5 points the difference. City have a game in hand. We've got to hope that Newcastle can take something from them. I'm lost for words, guys. I really am. I think everyone here could see what was going to happen. We go 2-0 up and we think that maybe we're going to get away from it. We can see the wonder goal. But the last goal, there is no excuse. Gabriel has no reason to drop that deep. Raya still comes for the ball. They head it out of each other's paths and it's smashed home via deflection of Calafiore. Yeah, 2 wins in our last 6 games is not title form. And a massive game now at Spurs coming up. We can't afford no more slips. No more slips. We have to hope that City slip now and hand the advantage back to us, because we still have to go to the Etihad. I'm absolutely distraught. I'm not going to lie. I'm not interested in Arteta's nonsense. You want to play safety first football. And yeah, we have to win or not lose. That's it. And then we have to be perfect for the rest of the season after that. There's 6 games to go after we play Man City. And if we come out of that game with any sort of lead in the title challenge, there is nothing, no room for any slip-ups. This safety first nonsense has absolutely killed us. Forest, here. You know, you're not playing to win. You're just playing to stop the other team from scoring. And you go 2-0 up. You give away a corner. All right, it's a wonder goal. But then after that, you've got to do this nonsense with Trossard. Just go off the pitch, mate. Get the game up and running again. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. I think for my player ratings, I'm going to give Raya a 5. Timber a 5. Saliba a 5. Gabriel a 5. Hincapié 7. I thought he was really good. Scored a really good goal. Zubamendi, I'm giving a 3. Rice, I'm giving a 6. Saka 5. Madueke 4. Martinelli a 2. Gyökeres a 5. And that's it. I don't see why we've got Norgard on the bench. Can't get any minutes. In a game that we're struggling in, where you know it's going to come a time when you need something different, Arteta doesn't want to make the change. I'm going to give Arteta a 2. Poor game management. Poor tactics. It's the same in every single game we play. And it's a nonsense and it's costing us dear. It's costing us dear. And tonight may as very well have lost us the title. Yeah, so Cam saying the most pathetic game he's ever experienced. I'm guessing that's S from the entire team. Season is over. The build is over too. Fire this piece of S. If Man City win all their games now on, they will win the league. It's disappointing. The league will be determined by a match against City. We're not getting nothing from the Etihad. You know he's going to go there with this dull philosophy and try and just keep them out. We need to go to the Etihad with at least a 4-point gap. Anything less, it's their title. I can't believe what I've just witnessed. I really can't. You go 1-0 up after 5 minutes, and then you literally can't muster another decent attempt on target. Martinelli misses from 3 yards out. He's played 95 minutes in this game, Martinelli. He shouldn't have even played 5. You take Madueke off. Saka then overplays himself, just coming back from injury. It's nonsense because you want to keep Saka on the pitch. It's absolute nonsense. I don't even know what's worse than cowardly, Apollo, but whatever's worse than cowardly, that's what it was. You know, it was complete and utter nonsense. Honestly, I'm so angry. I'm so angry. Made me eat the rest of my chocolate now. I didn't want to eat the rest of the chocolate. That's the thing, Apollo. It's not that we can't kill off games. We don't want to. Arteta is backing our defence not to concede. That's the whole thing of his tactics. If we'll score 1, you can't score. Football doesn't work that way because you can't take into account what's going to happen. A deflected shot, a penalty, a banger into the top corner. You know, but you've got players on the bench that can't get a look in. You know, Rice didn't look at the races today. Zubamendi didn't affect the game. You got Norgard, you got Miles Lewis-Skelly on the bench. You know, but these players can't get a minute because Arteta wants to play the same players all the time. That pitch took so much out of Martinelli. You know, their legs would have been heavy as hell. But yet again, you're stuck with the same players playing the same minutes. So Apollo saying the title charge is not over, but we will not win it playing like this. Arteta needs to figure this out ASAP. This season is his last chance with us. I disagree. I think the title charge is over. We've handed the advantage to Man City now. And Arteta's had more than enough opportunity to figure this style of play out. And he hasn't changed. He wants to play this way. We've got the ball. If we don't give you the ball, you can't score. But when team are always going to have the ball, we can't keep it for 90 minutes. It's impossible. Football's never worked like that. It's never worked like that. And to think that it's changed all of a sudden because you can control the ball for 80 minutes, but you're not doing nothing with it. When you go 1-0 up against a team at the bottom of the league in 5 minutes, you should put them to the sword. You should be 2 or 3 up before half time. Barring the shot from Madueke that the keeper saved, Martinelli couldn't finish. We didn't do nothing else. Nothing else. Even in the second half, we scored a goal. That was our only opportunity of a strike on target. And it's simply not good enough. Welcome back, Cranky. Let's have it.
I'm going quickly because I got to go MC an event, but I'll say this, that I actually, as the game was progressing, I'm saying this doesn't look good. Wolves coming more. It seemed like the teams nowadays in the second half are getting the better of us. I'm not sure what's happening. We looked good in the first half. Brentford was the same way. We were hanging on. And today you could see Wolves rising. And when you give people opportunities, their confidence gets better. Their confidence increases. They feel better about themselves. They feel like they have an opportunity. It was a good goal scored, but we're giving people opportunities to put cross in the box. We're not pressuring the ball. We're backing off. And then you're at the mercy as to where the ball drops in the box, which is what happened in first one was a good goal, but Cappy wasn't close to the player. And the second one was a mix-up where that's Raya's fault because Raya has to call off the defender. Keep a ball. It's not complex. There is no way that mix-up should occur. And if Raya going to come and he can't get to punch it, and so that's Raya's fault. So, yeah, as I said before about Zubamendi, I didn't see this as a Zubamendi game. Wet, slippery, physical, small of stature. I just didn't. I don't know. Look, it is what it is. I don't think we should put Trussard on either. You can't put Trussard on this game this late because he's a sulker. He didn't start. He's sulking, and he comes on and he touched 4 balls and it was 4 turnovers. He touched and he had the ball across in the box. The first ball he touched, he tried to shoot from 40 yards out. Don't ask me. We had a corner. We score off corners and we're playing it short to kill time and just kick the ball away. That's not how you kill time. So, look, what is to be will be. We're 5 points ahead. They have a game in hand. We're in trouble because City's rising and we're going the opposite direction. They're rising and we are falling, which is not a good look. And, yeah, we've faced Spurs this weekend. I'm sure Spurs going to be saying, you know what? These guys can be taken. They're playing them at home. They don't win at home, but we do a good job of caving as a club, and we're doing it again. It's not a good look. Not a good look. Hopefully we'll beat Spurs this weekend, but I'm not optimistic. And Gary, we've talked about this for a while. Offensively, we are inept. Literally inept offensively. How many shots did Gokaris take in the game? How many shots did Gokaris? He's the center forward. He played 6 minutes. Did he take 1 shot at the goal?
No.
I don't understand that. Against Wolves.
Because you're not getting him the ball in positions where he can shoot. The moment he goes off, we play the ball down, we put the cross in, and there's nobody there.
Yeah. But also with Gokares, when he gets the ball in the channel, he does nothing with it. When he gets the ball in the channel, I'm like, okay, let's go play defense. He's gonna turn it over. He does nothing in the channel, so he can't play without playing in between the 18. That's all he can play.
And then the thing that gets me as well, they scored the equaliser, and then they've got the ball down by a corner flag. And you've got Martinelli and Jesus down by the corner flag. So even if they put the cross in or we nick the ball back, how are you going to spring an attack when your 2 attacking players are down by our corner flag? It makes no sense. It really does make no sense. You know, listen, I wanted Arteta to do well. He brought us back from a situation to make us subbing. But I've got to say, now that I'm viewing it, I just don't think he's the guy to get us across the line.
I didn't like some of his changes today, but I don't think Arteta is the problem. The players have to take responsibility. That second goal, the first goal is a brilliant goal. Defender should be closer, but the second goal, that's Raya. Raya has to call for the ball. That's basic 101 football. Keep a ball, my ball, whatever you say to get the ball. You can't let Gabriel head, then you go fight with Gabriel and you get in trouble. That doesn't make any sense. And he's the one to stop the Gabriel heading the ball up in the air because he blocked the ball. That means Raya hasn't spoken. As Gabriel would have left the ball. So Raya has to own that. So it's mistakes. We make a lot of mistakes. It's Zubimendi's mistake against Man U. It's Gabriel's mistake against Bournemouth. It's Raya's mistake. These are not forced mistakes. These are unforced errors that's costing us. So look, we go another day. I gotta run, Gary. Thanks, Apollo. Thanks, Gary, for having me.
I'll see you soon.
Enjoy, guys.
Right, mate.
This weekend.
Yeah, so very disappointing end to the evening. Arsenal concede 2 goals, one an absolute worldie, one a really bad mix-up that shouldn't really happen. Obviously, it's put a downer. We need to go to Spurs and really turn up and win. We can't afford any more slip-ups, no more draws, no more losses. It's on the players now. It's on Arteta. Nothing else really to say. Thank you for joining us, everybody. And we will see you Sunday, I believe, for the North London derby, which now turns into a crucial match. And we have to hope that Newcastle can take something from City and we can go to Spurs and win to keep this advantage before we go to the Etihad with 6 games left in the season. But by then, if we carry on playing like this, I think the league will be over. So thank you for joining us, everybody. It's been a pleasure. Apollo, I wish you better soon, my friend. And enjoy the rest of your evenings, guys, wherever you are in the world, and we'll see you shortly. Thank you very